The next thing we're going to look at is the Google Play Store, and that's this little app, this little icon right here. And they call it Play Store because it's kind of like your App Store on your iPhone. So you can see they got a whole bunch of different things and just different apps you can download and look at that are kind of helpful and just make life good. You can browse through that. On the top left here, they got actual games. So like if you wanted to, you could download a game. Some are free, some you pay for, but that's all you do. And you can break them down top of the charts or, for kids, that kind of stuff. Premium games, or categories, hit the wrong button again. But yeah, categories here. And you see different categories, like if you wanted action. These are all apps now. Or say arcade kind of app here. You can click this, and that'll open up a whole bunch of stuff. And the other thing is going back to home store here. Go for you. If you want to search for something, there's your search bar, and you just type in what you're looking for, like Netflix, right? And it'll start filling out. So let's load the Netflix app for you. If you click Netflix, and sure enough, it's this one. Here it says install. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to press install. That'll give you just a quick link to Netflix, and it'll put in you can put it in your shelf. So right now it's installing, it's pending, it's got to download through the internet, the app, and then you're not downloading movies, you're just downloading an app that makes movies easy. So we're going to let that load a little bit. Well, log back onto that here in a second. Usually it's quicker, but I guess it's a big app. So we'll get back to that. While that's loading, the next thing we'll get is calendar. So just down here, your calendar app, and here's where you can multitask. I just press this, and it opens up this big. And it's just basic calendar. You can put dates on it and stuff. And again, here you can decide whether you want to close the app or make it full size or minimize it, because right now it's only taking up this part of the screen. But when I click this square, it's going to take up your whole screen. And you have different displays. Like right now I've got a month display, but if you wanted to select like a week display at a time, go week, and then it's got your days, at the top. Or if you want to just go focus on a certain day, that's today. But I kind of like month view, so I'll go month view. I can go year if you just want to check out the year, see the whole year at a glance, And again, you can use your two fingers to scroll up and scroll down. And then here you'd select different years. I like month view, so that's the calendar. Let's go see if, and again, you can close this you can shrink it by using this bar, which minimizes it. It's still down there. You can see there's a little white line under the calendar here. That means you're using something, but it's still open. So this is still working, so we'll let that continue to work. And next what we're going to look at is Google Docs. So you're going to click this, and it opens up. And Google Docs just, I'm going to say it was files, that was your file system. So Google Docs is the next one over here that looks like a piece of paper, but files. So files, this is really important to look at. So the way your files work is you got a bunch of recent files up here, so you can click this, but you basically have 3 different memory areas here. You've got kind of default things that has audio, images, and stuff, and you just kind of click those and see what's in there. I've got some images that I was playing around with earlier, but here on your computer, that's this one, My Files. This is your 32 gigabyte one. So this what's on your, call it a hard drive, your internal computer hard drive. And downloads, when you download things from the internet or something, or you make a download of a document, it'll be in your download thing. And here I downloaded some screenshots earlier. When you take screenshots, right now by default they typically go to your download folder, and then you can move them somewhere else. And Google Play File, they break those down further. You just click those arrows. See, it's a down arrow, you click that. If there's an arrow to the left of it, it means you can expand it, and you're just expanding it, and there's nothing in there. So anyway, so we'll just shrink this. So your My Files is that 32 gig that came with your computer. Now Google Drive is your internet drive, kind of like Dropbox or Cloud Drive. So expand that. And so this is your drive, and then share it with me. You can share folders, and you can work on this stuff offline. But we'll expand this. I made a little folder for you. It says Chromebook wallpaper because I was working different wallpaper for you. And then miscellaneous from Rich. So I got a few files in there that are for me that you can do whatever you want with, and you can create more folders. So if you give a 2-click to the right of it, I just click 2 fingers down, and you can get new folder. And then you can have as many folders as you want. But we're not going to do that right now. So we'll shrink that down. So again, remember, Google Drive is your internet drive, and that's what's on your iPhone. So anything that's in your Google Drive here, you'll see those. If you get your Google Drive on your iPhone, you'll see those on your iPhone, which is great. And the last thing down here is the memory. That's your SD card, and that's got the 256 gig on it, and that's what's on the side here. So you got a whole bunch, and so I can double click that, and I don't want to do that. I want to add a folder here. That's already formatted, so Android data, that's interesting. But anyway, that's where you can put extra stuff. So that's that. Let's see how your Google Play is downloading. We'll go to that. And it's still working. It's taking a long time. I almost think it's already loaded. It says it's pending. But we'll take a break there. Well, actually, we'll next one we'll look at is your Google Docs. And Google Docs is just it's an online app where you can make new documents. So if you want to write a letter to someone, you can just play with that and say new document and just play around here and then save it. And it saves on your typically your Google Drive. So that's that, and you're not gonna spend a lot of time there. This one I thought would be kind of fun, Google Maps. So if you ever want to look at anything, where anything is in the world, you can make this full screen by going up here. Full screen. And so type 70 South Road. And we'll go Bedford, Mass. And it'll bring it to Mom's house there. And so then you can also get directions, get directions, so how to get there from your place, like you can go walking. You can go 317 north. Boston Road, Billerica. It gives you a whole bunch of defaults. So it should take you 2 hours and 9 minutes, and there's your path. And then if you want to zoom in, zoom out, you just squeeze or zoom in. So that's that. We'll also take a break and go on to some other things.